everyone, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Bran with Budget with Bran, and today we are going to be going over the first paycheck for the month of February. Now for this check, I am going to change the layout of how I normally do my paycheck to paychecks with me, just because I want it to be really simple. And I've noticed that sometimes when I do my budgets, for example, for my fixed expenses like my phone bill, or even like, let's say my credit card statement, sometimes they're less than what I originally anticipate. So I want to do all my expenses on this side, what I'm budgeting, and then what it actually came out to, just so that I'm able to track and not have to white out so much numbers. Starting this month, our income, or my income, will be reduced and my husband's will go up a little bit. So we're kind of getting a better idea of exactly how much we're going to get paid. But right now it's a little hard because one, we're getting a little bit of overtime. We're getting some holiday pay as well. So I probably won't know those numbers until March. And then also starting in April, since we did renew our lease is actually going up by, I want to say $80 something. So that's also going to change our budget a little bit. Just some things to consider. I know I've been a little MIA for the past week and a half. I really just didn't have anything to film, and I don't want to bombard you guys with videos that are not relevant to my channel. This is more of just, like I said, a journey of us trying to pay off debt, and it's going to take a while, but if I don't have anything to film one day, I'm not going to film anything. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, we did get paid a little bit more than what I had originally anticipated. Let me take we call these chongos, my hair tie. All right, so for income, I'm gonna put it up here. We are expecting, well, we actually got paid $2,474. And I don't like to include the cents because at the end of the day, it's not really relevant to me. And this is going to be paycheck 1, which we actually got paid on the 14th. So we just got paid this past Friday. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start off with our fixed expenses, and I'm gonna write at an angle just because I'm trying to avoid my camera focusing on the tip. I wanna make sure that it doesn't go out of focus so much because I know that is super annoying, and I've had some people commented on it before, so just know that I am really sorry. So the first fixed expense that I do have is going to be our payoff loan, and then I'm gonna put budgeted right here, and then actual over here. That'll make it a lot easier for me to track literally everything that I'm taking out of my account. So we are going to be budgeting $268 for this first check. And all these expenses are going to be paying all the bills dated from the 15th to the 30th. We do have our phone bill, $203.46. Then we do have Embrace, and we are budgeting $59 for that. My car payment, it's so crazy. When we paid this bill, I'm officially going to be under $8,000. I'm going to be in the $7,000 range, which is just so crazy. I feel like every time you hit a threshold like that, like to see the new number is just really, it's really motivating. We have my Disney, which is going to be $88. And then my last expense is going to be my Freedom. That's going to be, I'm budgeting $205 for that. And I'm gonna subtract this amount from these amounts and then have our new total to go with all of our variable expenses, how much we have left. So the remainder balance that we do have after all of these is gonna be $1,280 with 54 cents. So that's how much we have left to, budget all of our variable expenses. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these down here. Okay, so we do have our groceries. I'm actually probably going to start a diet with my husband. And if we do end up doing that, I will need to up this more because we do have to buy a lot of protein, a lot of vegetables, and it's actually really expensive to eat healthy. So I'll let you guys know. If not, then we'll just keep it the same and have to, save the money or be more mindful when buying groceries, like maybe only buy things that are on sale. But from what I've seen with him being on it, and then when I did start it, it is pretty pricey having to buy everything. And then we do have my Chipotle, and I'm budgeting $45 for that. Spending is going to be $60. My dog Mochi. Now we just literally bought him food I want to say 2 weeks ago, like when we got the check for the 30th, and I'm budgeting again just in case. It's always good sometimes to be ahead on your expenses. So I did talk to my husband about it, and we're just gonna keep the money in there just in case. For gas, I'm budgeting $100. Pest control, $45. And then my dad's insurance. And when I say my dad, it's my husband's dad, but I've just been calling him Dad. That's gonna be $56. And then these are our normal variable expenses that I budget every paycheck. But you know, things pop up every time that you get paid, every month. So we do have a couple more items. So I do have to pay my car tax. And a lot of people actually do sinking funds for this. I think it really depends on what you're able to afford and how you can allocate money with your paychecks. So for instance, me and my husband choose to cash flow some of our expenses because we know that we make enough to be able to do that. And then other people set up sinking funds, which is they save a little every month so that they don't have to pay a big expense. It's really up to you and what you feel would be best for your family. If you know you're in a position to where you can just cash flow them when they do come due, that's great, but just make sure you have a plan. So the issue with cash flowing that a lot of people have is that sometimes they forget when charges hit your account or when things are due. If you do have the ability to cash flow your expenses in the month that they are due, make sure you have a calendar. That way it's not something that's unexpected. I've known that my tags are due in February every year, so that's something that I always budget for. My husband's tags are due in September, so I know in September I need to do that. Amazon Prime memberships, anything that's going to renew, make sure you have it on the calendar if you are going to cash. And then we do have my mom's birthday, my beauty, which is pretty much my nail fill, is going to be $35. All right, and then we do have my debt snowball, which for this check is going to be $200. And then payback, which is pretty much all the unbudgeted expenses that we had from January 31st to February 14th before we got paid. And that was really bad. It was $120.61 is what I have to pay back. And out of all of these expenses, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw little cash envelopes of what I'm gonna be stuffing. So groceries is gonna be a cash envelope. That's a really ugly envelope, oh my gosh. Chipotle is gonna be a cash envelope. My dad's insurance will be a cash envelope. My mom's birthday will be a cash envelope. Beauty was supposed to be a cash envelope, but I actually got my nail filled before I was able to film this video. And I think those are the only 4 cash envelopes or things that I'm going to be pulling out in cash today. All right, so if we take $1,280.54 and I'm going to put remainder down here. Oh, let me go ahead and put unbudgeted because it's going to be $0. Okay, and then remainder. Okay, when I was doing the math, I realized that this is supposed to be $240. I'm not going to be budgeting $480 for the both of us for the next 2 weeks. I love and hate this whiteout. I say it every single time. Okay, and that leaves us with a remainder balance of move this up a little bit. $131.83. So that's going to be if we have any sort of unbudgeted expenses that we were not planning for, or if we don't happen to use that, then I'll just put that towards my debt snowball, which is going to be great. So let's go ahead and stuff our cash envelopes. Okay, so I do have my wallet. I did pick this up off Amazon. I did mention that I was going to link it down below, but for some reason the listing is no longer available. So I'm sorry if any of you guys didn't want to have that. I don't have any money left in my cash envelopes. I did have a lot of money left yesterday in our miscellaneous fund, but we did go ahead and go to Sam's Club. No, we went to Costco and we got paper towels and other things that we did need. And you know, we had a lot of money in here. I think we had like $40 in here. This week my husband actually had like a cheat week because it was his birthday week. So it was really weird seeing him, you know, eat all this, not bad food, but food just he doesn't normally eat. I've loved and disliked cash envelopes so far. One of the things that I don't like, you do have to save the receipts, and then when you're taking cash out and trying to put change back in, that's been a little bit of a hassle. But what I have seen, however, is that, you know, it's really easy to track, and when I do get low on a lot of my envelopes, it kind of prevents me from wanting to budget, which is essentially what you want to do when doing cash envelope. We'll go ahead and start off with my groceries envelope, and that's going to be $240. So I only have $200 bills for that, and then $220 and $240. So go ahead and stuff those. And if you haven't watched my prior video, I did go ahead and make these. If you guys want me to upload a video on how I made them and also what I used, I can go ahead and include that. I did link the laminator that I used, the second cash envelope video that I did film. So that's groceries. Groceries is film. And then we do have our Chipotle envelope, and that is going to be $45. And whenever we have leftover money, we put that to miscellaneous, because that's if like we want to grab a coffee, or like I said, if there's anything that we need in the house, that'll go towards miscellaneous, and that's what we use it for. We do have my dad's insurance, which is going to be $56. My ATM didn't have any ones, so I'm just going to be putting $55 in my wallet to pay him next time we see him. So I have 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 56. And I don't have a cash envelope for this because we end up taking it out. And what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and stuff it on this side of my wallet so that we can pay him. And then for my mom's birthday, it's gonna be 20, 40, 45, and 50. And I'm gonna go ahead and stuff that in my fun envelope. And we'll see if I just give her the money or maybe a gift card to have her and her girlfriend go out to eat. There is all of my cash envelopes stuffed, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. Sit this back up. And what I do is just literally put it like this. There you go. So that is our plan for the next 2 weeks. We have $131.83 left over. Hopefully we don't use that. And also our next check is going to be slightly bigger as well. We are working the holiday tomorrow, but we do get double time and a half for that. Lately I'm still adjusting towards my new schedule and trying to figure out when to film, because like I use my husband's computer to edit and he uses it to game, and he's been upgrading his computer a lot with a lot of the money that he's been working with overtime. So it's really hard to, one, find time now that we both have the evenings off, and two, figure out when would be a new schedule for us to, or for me to upload my videos. Of course, if you guys have any sort of budget shout outs or debt payoff shout outs, please email budgetwithbran@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple days. Bye!